All right, we are going to go ahead and get started. Hi, everyone, and thank you so much for joining our latest edition of the Inside Track webinar series, where we're going to talk about how to accelerate onboarding for your partner ecosystem in Crossbeam. But before we get into things today, just some quick guardrails to get us started. The webinar is being pre-recorded, hi from the past, just so we can spruce up this recording for on-demand viewing later on. But now that you're here and watching this right now, please take in all of the goodness, and please also be sure to still take use of the GoToWebinar question panel. We will be watching as questions come in, and we'll be responding within 24 to 48 hours of the broadcast. All right, sweet. So just a quick round of introductions. I'm your host, Amanda Groves. Hello to everyone here. I head up product marketing for Crossbeam. Great to be with you here today. But the real reason you're here is to learn from our incredible host, co-host Lauren. Lauren, could you just do a quick intro for our guests?
Yeah, thanks, Amanda. I'm the Onboarding and Support Manager here at Crossbeam. Happy to be here. Me and my team handle getting you and your partners up and running on Crossbeam, as well as any support or troubleshooting that might come up along the way.
Awesome. Always great to be on the line with you, Lauren. So what we're going to cover, we are, again, going to go through all things partner onboarding, mainly how to invite existing partners to Crossbeam, along with finding new ones. Crossbeam is no fun in single player mode, so we're going to show you how to grow and find new connections and existing connections. Next, we're going to look into a data source, how to connect your data sources with Crossbeam to start account mapping. Next, we're going to go through creating populations so you can compare your overlapping targets with your partners to find partner market fit. Super important. And then we're going to be looking to managing your data rules for data sharing across your partnerships. And then finally, we're going to share just all of the rich resources we already have created for you to grow your skills in Crossbeam and to help your partners grow their skills as well. All right, so with that, we're just going to go ahead and dive right in with inviting existing partners. Like I said, it's no fun being in single player mode when you're in partnerships. You need to cast a wide net of existing and new partners to add value for your program. So Lauren, can you walk us through some of the best ways to invite your existing partners to join you in Crossbeam?
Yeah, absolutely. I will say we have over 7,000 companies on Crossbeam today, and it's growing every day. So chances are you already have some partners on here. So let's get them invited and up and running. The few ways that we can do that, you can do it directly through the interface by just searching the company name and sending the invite that way. Or each account has their own custom invite URL that you can see on the screen here. I've seen our users include this in their email signature, kind of like connect with me on LinkedIn. You can have connect with me on Crossbeam linked down there in your signature as well, or even on your partner page. So when you have these partners coming in, whether they're new or existing, they can connect with you on Crossbeam just by simply clicking that link, and you guys can get up and running on Crossbeam that way. And best practice for you here, when you are sending this invite link, include a nice personalized message talking about why you want to connect on Crossbeam, what you're hoping to accomplish, and we'll even include a nice little template for you in your digital goodie bag at the end of this webinar.
We love the goodies. Amazing. Thank you so much, Lauren. So you're able to find your existing partners. What if I've tapped all my current partners? How do I find and connect with new ones?
Yeah, so looking at the screen here, you'll see some suggested partners that might come up in your Crossbeam account. This is powered by your ecosystem, like people you might know on LinkedIn. Those companies can pop up in your screen. A cool way to explore some partnerships is using this website that Crossbeam maintains called Partnerbase. Partnerbase is an awesome way to dig in and see who your partners are working with that maybe you want to work with. And let's just dive right in and show you more detail on Partnerbase. Partnerbase is a free public database of the partnerships that exist between B2B companies. The data has been collected by scraping publicly facing websites manually by our team and through automation. Partnerbase is a great way to see who your partners are working with that you might want to work with, and you can use this to build out your ecosystem within Crossbeam. Let's take a look how this works. Coming in the search bar, you can type in your partner or someone you want to work with. We'll use Crossbeam as an example. And when we go to the Crossbeam page, we're able to see the partners that Crossbeam has in this ecosystem map view, as well as a partner list down below. And you can use this to build out your Crossbeam partnerships, maybe send some invites on who you might want to work with that you know your partners are already connected to.
All right, great. Thanks so much, Lauren. What a great tip on Partnerbase. I like to think about that website just as a GPS for navigating the web of B2B partnerships that are already out there. It's also sort of like a wiki. We try to keep that up to date, like Lauren said. Amazing. So some partner connectivity is happening. Now it's time to build the foundation for your account mapping with your partners in Crossbeam. Lauren, can you walk us through some of the data sources that we have?
Yeah, absolutely. For this, let's just dive right into Crossbeam and go into setting it up and everything that we can support in there. To connect your data in Crossbeam, you can hit your logo in the top right and then come down to data sources. You'll see here we have a handful of supported data source connections, including Salesforce, HubSpot CRMs, and a Snowflake data warehouse, as well as Google Sheets and CSV Upload for another option. When it comes to connecting your CRM, you'll simply hit the tile and it'll bring you to this connection page. You can connect to your CRM and it will OAuth you in, and then the data will be replicated back into Crossbeam. That doesn't mean that you're sharing all of your data. If you come to settings after your data is synced, you'll see here all of the fields that are brought into Crossbeam. Again, doesn't mean that you're sharing these fields. They're simply going to be used to build out our population data sets or be used in Crossbeam reporting. And you can always check and uncheck the fields that you want to bring into Crossbeam. This page is also when you can control the sync time of the data updating in Crossbeam as frequently as every 30 minutes or once a day at every 24 hours. If you're dynamically updating the data, you don't have to worry about stale information, and this will capture new records added to your CRM, or if there's a change in record, meaning you have an open opportunity that has since become a customer, that would be reflected within Crossbeam. We highly recommend connecting your CRM if you use one of these supported sources. It allows for that dynamic that I was just talking about, as well as automation. Once you get into your partners and connections, you can get alerted if you get a new match with a partner, depending on if that account has a partner relationship attached to it. If you use a CRM that's not currently supported, the Google Sheets or CSV uploads are a fine way to use this information. A little tip for you guys here. Sometimes people get tripped up with connecting their data, so we want to stress our really awesome and robust security portal, security.crossbeam.com. This is a great resource that you can point your partners to if they have even the slightest bit of hesitation with connecting data. This should definitely ease any concerns that they might have.
Thank you so much, Lauren. So we've explored our partnerships, connected a data source, and we're getting the account mapping party started. Now it's time to create segments for comparing your data against your partner's data. We call these segments populations in Crossbeam. Lauren, could you just walk us through population creation, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So, as Amanda said, these populations are Crossbeam way of saying segments of your data. We have our standard populations of customers, open opportunities, and prospects. These populations are built out using the data source that you've synced into Crossbeam, so you can control exactly what accounts are falling into each bucket. The reason for these standard populations come with different use cases. You can think about from the sales side, if you have a prospect or open opportunity that your partner has as a customer, that's a great way for them to maybe give you some insights, introductions, anything that might help you move that deal along. Or even customer to customer, more on the tech integration side. Is everyone using the integration? Do we have anyone that can do a case study for us so we can market it? So that's the idea behind these standard populations, some pretty broad use cases for you, but you do have the option to create custom ones as well if you'd like. So let's just dive in and show you how you can build these out. Once your data is connected into Crossbeam, you'll head to the Populations tab. This is where you'll see our standard populations of customers, open opportunities, and prospects. In order to create these segments exactly as we'd like, we'll hit Finish Setup. Coming to our customers population, we're brought to the Population Builder. On the left-hand side, we see the name is Customers. We'll select our data source, which in our case is Salesforce, and hit Continue. Now we have all of the accounts within our Salesforce. On the left is where we're going to filter this to be exactly what we define as a customer. Searching our Salesforce fields, we're going to use account type is customer channel and customer direct. This is going to be specific to how you define a customer within your CRM or data source. Here we have 127 records that my company deems a customer, and we'll hit save and run. Once the population is created, we'll decide on our sharing default. This is something that we'll get into later on in the webinar in more detail. We now have our customers population updating, and we'll do the same for our open opportunities and prospects. We even have an option to create custom populations if we wanted populations named something differently within our Crossbeam account. Something to keep in mind with these populations is keep them pretty broad. You can get more granular with our Crossbeam reporting filters. Like if you wanted a list of by region or account owner, whatever it might be, you can filter on that information in Crossbeam reporting.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Lauren. Definitely reinforcing the fact that those populations are great for targeting various co-selling and co-marketing motions across your deal stages. Okay, so moving into one of my favorite features in Crossbeam, data sharing rules. We love how granular our users can get with their settings and especially just so much support in data governance. So Lauren, can you walk us through the flavors of data sharing and how our users can apply them across their partner programs?
Yeah, absolutely. And like Amanda, you were saying, the user has complete flexibility and control over these sharing settings. They're initially established at the population level, but you can come in and customize them for each partner if you'd like, depending on the nature of your relationship. Maybe you have different stages with your partners, so you want to share more or less. So let's look at the different sharing settings within Crossbeam and just pop in here. After you save and run a population, in this case our prospects population, you're going to be asked to set your sharing default. We have 3 levels of sharing within Crossbeam. First, we have hidden. This means that your partners can't see anything related to this population. They won't even know that you have created it. The next level of sharing is overlap counts. This allows your partner to see numerically how many accounts you have in common. For example, if 50 of your prospects are your partner's customers, they would just see the number 50. The next level is sharing data. With this, you'll be able to choose the fields that you want to share with your partner when and only when they also have that account within their population or populations. Coming down here, you decide which fields it is you want to share. I'm going to share my account name, website, and also the account executive name and email that owns that account. This will only share the information when my partner also has that account within their population. Let's hit next and then save. Coming now to the populations, we see our different populations as well as our different sharing settings. These can always be changed at the population level by coming to change sharing default and then deciding how it is you want to make those changes, and it will affect all of the partners that have the default in place. This information can also be changed for each partner as well as each population. Let's come to the Partners tab and click into Bazala to talk about that. On the left-hand side, we see sharing settings. When we click that, we see the different sharing settings that we have in place for my partner Bazala. Right now, they're all set to my defaults: overlap counts for customers, and then sharing data for my open opportunities and prospects. To change this, we can simply click into the population, customize, and then decide maybe we want to hide our customers from Bazala, or we actually want to share account names when they also have this account. So coming down here, I want to share my account name, website, and again, my account executive information so that our reps can talk about the accounts that they have in common. We hit save, and now we're able to see that we are sharing data from our customers with Bazala, which is outside of our default, but still will allow Bazala to see the overlapping information with this specific population. Yeah, so we have a lot of flexibility with the sharing settings, and a best practice here, start with the basics when it comes to your default sharing settings, because as you see, you can always come in and add more fields for partners as the relationships grow, or even at default across the board as you get more comfortable sharing more data. And then, yeah, we just have a handful of resources for you to help you out as you get onboarded, your partners get onboarded. Our help center has tons of articles and videos that can help you get up and running. We have that email template to invite your partner that we will send over to you, as well as an onboarding kit where you can send to partners and walk them through, what Crossbeam is, why I'm using it, and how they can get up and running and partnered with you. Partner Base, we talked about in the beginning of the webinar, excellent tool that I recommend checking out. And lastly, the Crossbeam team. We are here to help you. Think of us as an extension of your partner team. If you have a partner that, is curious, wants to learn more, we have a whole team that is more than happy to take them through a demo or answer any questions that they might have. So all of these resources will be sent to you in the digital goodie bag that you'll be getting after this webinar. So hope that they are helpful for you.
Amazing. Well, that does it for us today, friends. Once again, thank you so much for spending time with us. And thank you, Lauren, for taking us through step-by-step how easy it is to get onboarded with Crossbeam. We hope everyone enjoyed learning with us today, and tune in for another Inside Track webinar very soon. Happy Crossbeaming.
Bye, everyone.